So here is a question of arithmetic progression. So this is a common question, but still I'll try to explain it step by step so you don't have to memorize exactly how to do it. So some of the parts of this concept actually you must have done using some other linear equation or something else, but let's try to write what is given first. Find the middle term of a sequence. So it's an arithmetic question. There is a sequence formed by all 3-digit numbers. So which is from, I would say, from 100 till 999. These are all the 3-digit numbers. 1000 is 4-digit and 99 is 2-digit, which leaves a remainder 3 when divided by 4. So if I divide this by 4, I'm going to get remainder 0. So that means I need to start from 103. So if I divide this by 4, 100 will be gone and then 3 will be left. So every time I divide, it has to leave a remainder of 3. So that means I can keep on adding 4 to this for now. 107, 111 and so on. So now the question is, the last term which is divisible by 4 is 996. Last 2 digits, divisibility rule, 4 2s are 80, 4 2s are 8 and then 4 4s are. So that means I need to add 3 to this so that I can get a remainder of 3, which is actually going to be 999 itself. So we have a sequence, we have a progression here, wherein what we got from this is, I know that the first term is 103. Common difference D is 107 minus 3 or 111 minus 107 is 4. Even according to the question it is 4. My last term is L is equals to 999. I am going to write this L equals to 999 because then I'll be able to let you know exactly where to use if you didn't plan to use the formula as is. So now that's what we have done. We found out the AP, we have the values. Then first we need to find out the middle term of the sequence. So sequence, if you remember statistics, median, if there were 25 observations, we know that 25 observations I can actually do it by adding 1 divided by 2. That will be 26 divided by 2, and that is going to give me 13. 13th is my middle observation. Here in this case, if I find out that the total number of terms in this AP is 25, then my midterm is actually going to be 13th term. So let's keep that in mind. Keeping that in mind, if it is actually even number, then it won't be the same. You will have two mid numbers and then you will have to find out whatever they have asked beyond or behind that. So for that reason, if I want to find out the middle term, they are asking middle term, find the middle term of sequence. So that means to find the term, I need to find out what is n, how many terms are there in this AP. So for that reason, an is equals to a plus, that is the nth term value, equals to a plus n minus 1 multiplied by. So what I need is, I need n. That shows how many terms are there in this series. An is my actually last term, that is L. So 999 A is 103 plus n minus 1, common difference is 4. So this is the case, never multiply this n minus 1 into 4 and then again take common. That's a long process, you'll be wasting time. And in this, most of this multiplication and division, I'll be using my Vedic method in my mind. But if you are not comfortable with that, just use simple addition, subtraction. But the main thing is how you simplify actually matters the most. So here what I'll do is, I'll transpose this. That way what will happen, if you multiply this and then start adding 103 minus 4, that is just waste of time. So 999 minus 3 is 9 minus 3 is 6, that is 9, that is 896 equals to, if I transpose 4, after transposing 103 it became 999 minus 103. 9 minus 3 is 6, 90918. Then if I transpose 4, that will become divided by 4. I will be left with n minus 1. 4 ones are 4 twos are, one more 4 twos are, 4 fours are. So I get n minus 1 equals to, I'm going to change RHS to LHS, LHS to RHS, 224. So n will be equals to 224 plus, if I transpose 1, that's going to be 225. So we know that there are 225 terms are there. As we know, when I explained about finding the midterm, now it's an odd number, so I can actually, what I can do is 225 plus 1 divided by 2, which is going to be 226 divided by 2, 2113. In exam, you will have to write this as a statement: the midterm of this sequence is equals to 200n plus 1 divided by 2, then you get the 13th term. So that is 113 is not the value, that is the 113th term is 113th term is from that AP, it's not the value. So what is actually 113th term? So if I go, this is first term, that is second term, that is third term is 111. So what is the value of 113th? So that means I need to find out the reason why I need to find out, if I don't find out, and let's see, also find the sum of all numbers both sides. Okay, so the reason why I need to find out is that because they are asking sum, the value behind and after actually helps me a lot. Let's try to see, and then I'll explain why you had to find out 113. So now an, the value of that 113 term, which is a 113, a is 103 from the same AP, plus n minus 1, n is 113 minus 1, then multiplied by 4, that will be 103 plus, that is 112 multiplied by 4, 112 multiplied by 4, that will be 448, that will be 451, 551. So 113th, I'll just keep scrolling here. So let me just go up. So if I write that 103, 107 and so on, somewhere 113th, n is equal to 113, the value is 551. That is my midterm from that sequence. So they are asking us to find out, let's just find out. So they are asking us to find the sum of all numbers on both sides of the midterm. So that means what I need to do is, I need to find out the sum from this onwards. This side it will be 500, and if I add 4, because it's all 4 common difference, 555. If I subtract 4, this will be 547 plus 4, right? So now we need to find the sum of before, sum after, because after this it goes till 999. Now it actually makes more sense. The reason that why we found out 551, the midterm and the midterm value, is that I get 2 separate sequences. I can just put it in the formula, sum formula, and then try to find out the values. So sum on the left and sum on the right. So what we wanted, the reason when I found out 551 is the 113th value, the before is minus 4, common difference, the after one is plus 4, again common difference, which is in the increasing value. So now I have an AP from 103 to 547, and another one is 555 to 990. So you just have to find out sum of those. Sn is equals to n by 2, sum of n terms is equals to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. Remember this. This can be written as, you already know, 2a can be written as a plus a, then plus n minus 1 d. If you look at this, a plus n minus 1 is an, which is L. So this can also be written as a plus L. So that's the reason I took L instead of actually you multiplying all those bigger numbers. So you already have that L, a plus L, you can straight away take. So it's up to you. Let me just try it with the first thing itself. N by 2 is here. N sum of how many terms? So we took here, this is the 112th term, 113th term. So before this we have 112 terms. After this we have 112 terms. That's how we found out the midterm, 112 terms. So 112, 112, 224 plus the mid one, which makes up 225. So that's a 225 we had total number of terms. So Sn, which is 112, which is 112 divided by 2, then 2 multiplied by 103 plus 112 n minus 1. This n minus 1, 112 minus 1 is 111. 111. I will write it right like that. 111 multiplied by 4. So this is actually going to give me, this will be 56, and this is 56 in the bracket, that is 200, and this will be 206 plus 444, 444, 450, 650, 650, right? So I'm going to scroll this up a little bit so that everything is on the screen. So 56, and I'm going to find in both. One is, this one will be before the sum, before the midterm, this will be after the midterm. So you know the comparison here itself. So I'm going to use my multiplication of Vedic maths. 650 multiplied by this, then I get 0, 30, 0, 4, 6, 3, 6, 30, 36. Yeah, that will be Sn is equals to, which is S 112, but that is the sum of the terms before the midterm, which is going to be 36,400. So that's what we got. So let's go for the after one. Sn is again how many terms? 112, still stays the same, nothing has changed, but my A will change here. And also if I use, instead of this here, if I had used L, you have to keep in mind that you have to use 547. So for example, it would look something like that. 112 divided by 2, instead of 2 A's, remember there is only one A, which is 103, plus L is 547. 550, 650, again it will be the same thing. I think this would have been easier than actually multiply this, but whichever you are comfortable with, just go with that, but it's the essence of time. So S 112, again same terms, it will be 112 divided by 2, then again 2 multiplied by my A for that particular after the midterm is actually going to be 555. If you remember, that is the 114th term, 555. How did we get? By adding that 4 common difference to the next one, then plus, then I will have 112 minus 1 is 111. It will be the same as before. Here this will be 56, that is 56 multiplied by 1110 plus 444. So this is actually going to be 1554 multiplied by 56. So again let me just 15545600, then 24, 30, and 24, 30, 20, 24, 20, 24, 2, 30, 50, 52, 5, 52, 0, and 7, 8. This is actually going to be 87,024. This is the sum of terms after the midpoint. So instead of this, if you had used that particular formula, 112 divided by 2, A is 555 plus L is 999. You will still get the same 1500. So automatically, straight away we could have straight away jumped to addition rather than this particular step and then get this particular step. So that's the reason I've given comparison here, because sometimes what happens is you might want to avoid bigger multiplications and divisions, and sometime most of the time you want to save time, so you have two options. So what we found out is the series, the midterm, values of the midterm, the previous term and the next term, so we can get two sequences behind the midterm and after the midterm. We took the same values, but the a changed for the second one, rest of that actually remained the same, and then we just did our operations. We got the sum as that before, and this is the after. Go through this once or twice, just understand exactly, but the main thing you need to keep in mind is that you actually read the question very carefully before you answer. Write it down what is given, write it down as a diagram, write it down as numbers, so that way actually it helps a lot. So I hope you got something out of it. If this is the first time you are visiting, or otherwise you have been revisiting this site, please consider subscribing. I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.